Have you ever felt disrespected at work, at home, or anywhere in a family situation and you felt that this is not the person should have talked to me like that? The problem with disrespect is even if that moment is past, it stays with you for hours, days, or sometimes even months, and you just keep thinking about it. And the moment person disrespects you and you don't react, it starts to damage your self-confidence and self-worth. So it is always important to highlight disrespect and find a solution of how you can stop it from happening in future. And in this video, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you 3 to 4 tips or the ways to deal with disrespect and how you can deal with it in a positive manner while not sounding aggressive or not getting angry on people, but dealing it in a smarter way that you don't even ruin the relations, but at the same time you don't ruin your own self-worth or self-respect. I remember I have been that person who used to be a people pleaser. So even if people disrespect me, I will just swallow my pride and just act like normal. I did that a few times, but it started to making an effect on my personality. I start to feel more fear. Somebody, even they raise their voice on me, I'll be shivering, I'll be very fearful. And that was changing my personality, changing who I am as a person, and also started to crack my self respect as well. If you don't want that to happen to you, watch this video until the very end, and I'm going to give a bonus tip at the end as well. So let's move on. The first way to deal with disrespect, if you're talking in a group or even in a social situation, if somebody disrespects you, the first way to deal with it is do not match their energy and slow down the pace. Consciously or unconsciously, when people disrespects you, what they're looking for is your reaction. And if you react fire with a fire, that's how the blast happens. So if somebody disrespects you, you have to just dial down the plane. You have to make sure that first of all you respond in a very neutral tone. Because if you react in a very loud or aggressive tone, people will blame you again that, hey, why are you being aggressive? This is just that. And that even gaslights you even more. So the first and the foremost way to deal with disrespect is do not match their energy and dial it down a little bit. Take a pause, think, and then react. This brings me to the second way to deal with disrespect. Second way is your pause or silence is your superpower. What I mean by that is, for example, I'm sitting in a group of friends. Somebody says, hey, you're just earning $50,000 a year. What's going on? What I'll do exactly this. I will just pause and let the situation become awkward for a while. Why not? So the first step you can take is pause. When you pause, the words of the person who have said that starts to just goes in their own mind and they start to think that, did I say something wrong? Why is it awkward? Was I too disrespectful to the person? And that's how they get the chance to think about it. And when the pause is long enough, you can talk with a very neutral tone and ask them. I will give you one more chance to say what you said just now and try to think before you say. This is when you highlight that yes, you have disrespected me and I'm giving you one more chance to correct what you said or change your words instead of being an aggressive person or instead of just reacting with the fire that, hey, what do you mean? What if I'm earning only 50,000? I'm working really hard for this and that. So that makes situation worse. So this is the way when silence acts as your superpower. So first take pause. Second is try to give them a chance to rephrase what they said. And third is always use a neutral tone because you want to reduce the disrespect amount next time. Because if you do that, next time if they want to be disrespectful, not with you, but to anyone else, they will think before they say. Now, the third thing is you don't have to react to disrespect at all times. You're not supposed to react in every argument you're invited to. Your energy is limited and you are the one who decides where to use the energy. So you can just blindsidedly just ignore the disrespect as well sometimes and not respond. That's one of the ways when people realize that if you don't respond to their disrespectful comments, they will think that maybe I shouldn't do this next time or I should find a different way to convey my point. And that's exactly what the third way to handle the disrespect as well. Don't get involved in the argument. Do not respond to anything and just ignore it. Save your energy. And now, finally, the bonus tip to deal with disrespect is, it's like a fire. It can also make you warm or it can also burn the house. So, the energy is what you belong to you, and you're the one who will decide whether to save it or to spend it on unnecessary arguments, because your energy is your superpower. That's exactly what my bonus tip is. You have to decide whether the person who you are going to talk about is really worth your energy, or you don't have to be part of every argument that you're invited to. And you can also mirror their behavior back and ask them questions. So, for example, if somebody says that, hey, you're still single, you don't have a partner, you can say that, why are you worrying about my partner, or why are you interested in whether I have a partner or not? So in that way you are asking them questions which gives them the idea, yes, that comment was disrespectful and they should better change their words or change their actions, so that this discomfort situation won't happen in the future. I would love to know which situation or which, let's say, tips are you going to use next time you have the disrespectful situation in life. I hope that you don't reach to that location or reach to that situation where people disrespect you. But then let's get one thing clear. You cannot control people's behavior. You can only control your own actions. So if people disrespects you, you don't take ownership of changing them or giving them extra explanation. It's how you take actions and make them feel that they have disrespected you, and that's not okay. Because if you start letting people disrespect you, it becomes a pattern and you lose your own self-worth, and everybody starts to disrespect you at home, at work, everywhere. Make sure you like this video and share it with your friends. I am hardly sure that this will be beneficial for them. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.